Hi, and welcome to Chips and Salsa. I'm your host, Cheryl Rosado. Don Jorge is unavailable today, unfortunately, but you can catch him next week at our regular time. We had kind of a schedule shift for this week, so I hope you guys don't mind us going live on a Thursday instead of a Tuesday because we're here. We have so much to talk about. I'm so excited for it's been a while since we've had a show. Don Jorge actually got hurt last week, and so we had to cancel that to sort of give him some time to heal up. So he'll be hopefully good as new when you see him next week. But so much has happened. It's been incredible. And before we launch into all that and our very, very, very special guest that we have this week, I wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors. We have AZ Injection Perfection, who does how do you say Botox and I don't know how to say it, the other kind of Botox. And she does lip injections and microderm facials and all kinds of good stuff like that. So you can see her for your beauty needs and your body contouring. We have Pure 5 Extraction, who usually, we're not in studio today, but usually they're helping out with our studio space, and we greatly appreciate that. National Automotive Repair, who has also been a newer sponsor, and One Team, One Dream Foundation. You can go to their website to find out more about them. They have a lot of good stuff. And then we also have Canaloo Air as our sponsor, and they have a special. So I wanted to tell you guys all about it. To celebrate February being the month of love, Canaloo Air is offering their $99 Love Your Home Plumbing Safety Check. And this includes a check of all safety valves, a drain and flush of water heater, and inspection of the shutoff valve. So make sure to love your home this February by calling 602-609-3480. When it comes to your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, we want you to choose Canaloo Air. And you can find them on Facebook. We have their link on the ticker, or on Instagram at Canaloo Air. It's Canilu Air, Canaloo Air. So thank you to our wonderful sponsors for all of their support for us. And now I'm so excited we can talk about everything that's been going on. I don't know, so a lot of you guys are watching on Facebook or YouTube. Are you guys also like plugged into X, which is formerly Twitter X? There's just so much incredible news all the time happening. You can read about it live. And of course, we know that today RFK Jr. was confirmed. It's super, super exciting. It's Maha time, guys. So we have, we joined forces, and the Maha movement was really big, and it joined with the MAGA movement. And we're really excited to be, having some reforms in our country. So let's see. And then, of course, Tulsi Gabbard was confirmed yesterday, and she's already been sworn in. I heard that RFK is being sworn in either right now or very shortly. So that's really exciting. We're waiting to hear on Kash Patel. So be praying about that. It's Pam Bondi already got in. It's just been some really, really exciting times. I mean, Trump hasn't even been president for a full month this time around. And so many things are changing and happening, and it's exciting. I know we had, I can't remember his name, Mark. I can't remember his last name, the guy who was just released from Russia, the American. And I'm just so pleased that President Trump really did make that a priority to bring him home. We don't want, our Americans who are out there we're not going to leave them. We're going to bring them home. So I'm so thankful to President Trump for all he's done. It's been really, really exciting. And I highly advise you, if you're not already on X, that you need to get an account, and you need to get there. That's keeping your finger on the pulse, is when you can see the news as it's happening, everything that's going down. Feel free to follow me. I'm at Rosado, and then it's Rosado Republican, but there's no U in Republican. So because it was too many letters for a Twitter handle, but you can find me there, and I am trying to keep up with what's going on, following like the local news and national news. I mean, locally we have, there's the missing money. I was actually heard a talk by Arizona Treasurer Kimberly Yee yesterday, where she discussed that, and Warren Peterson was there and Steve Montenegro, and they answered a bunch of questions about that whole issue. And then we have, of course, the Isaac School District that, misused all those funds. And then you had another school district that gave them apparently $25 million to try and make up for some of those missing funds. And I just think that that's kind of ridiculous to these schools that are pushing for they need their bond overrides and they need all this stuff because they don't have enough money. And then yet you have one school district that's like, oh, we have an extra $25 million that we're just going to sort of lend to another school district. And I mean, I've heard many people question, is that legal? I don't know. I'm glad that we have legislators looking into that, because it doesn't seem right. And I'm not really pleased. I'm pleased with transparency though, and that's what Elon Musk has been doing with Doge, just trying to find out, follow the money, where is it going, who's wasting it, and the people who have been wasting all our tax dollars, like, they are going to have to answer for what they've done. And the American people, we deserve answers. We deserve transparency in our government, and especially in the money that you've taken from us. So we want to know where that's going, and it shouldn't be going to transgender plays in other countries or whatever sort of underwater basket weaving they've got going on. But it's just been a lot of really, really cool things going on. I know that they recently declassified so much information about JFK, about MLK. They just announced that there were 2 shooters in the JFK assassination. And I know that's long been, I mean, it's lore, because people don't really, they didn't know what happened, and you were sort of mocked and poo-pooed if you questioned anything other than the absolute narrative that the government gave as what actually happened. But we've seen so much where we were lied to, the American people were lied to. And so it really is exciting for the truth to be coming out. Even the families that are still here, they deserve to know what actually happened to their loved ones, and the American people deserve to know what happened to our historical figures. So I'm really excited for all this transparency that's been going on. I know a lot of people, I was just talking about it with my sister this morning. Online, you'll see a lot of people saying, oh, are you Republicans happy? Are you Latinos happy? Because, you get what you voted for, but they don't understand that we are happy. This is what we wanted. This is what we voted for. And we're excited and thrilled to finally have the government seeming to be answering to the people. So very, very cool, exciting stuff happening in the world today, in our nation. And nothing, though, is quite as exciting for me as our guest today. Our guest today is, I would say, the best guest we've ever had on the show. And that's because it is my daughter, Ariana. Ariana, say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
She was talking about how the Isaac School District, they spent all that money. And at church one day, my pastor was talking about it, and he said how, they were underwater. And I didn't understand what he meant, and I gasped because I thought they were actually, underwater.
I know, it was so funny. Your face got all huge. You were like, oh, they're underwater. Like, she'd never obviously heard that term to mean financially in disarray. She thought like they were literally like flooded or something. It was so funny. Ariana is here today to represent the Teenage Republicans. So we have had a couple Teenage Republicans on the show. I want to say that was like last summer. But since then, Ariana has joined the TARs, as they are called, and I am along for the ride. I became an advisor with her for TARs, and so I'm really excited. I've always brought my kids along to all my Republican things that I do, all my political events, the rallies and canvassing. Debate watch parties, which is actually where Ariana first sort of ran into the TARs. There was a big, I want to say, was it the presidential debate watch party, or was it? I think it was the one with
Yeah.
Trump and Biden, right?
Yeah, I think it was that one. That
I
was
think it was
funny.
that one, and the county party MCRC, they had a big party at their headquarters, and I like I said, I took the kids down. We had our snacks, and we were all ready to go. And the Tars just happened to be there. They were having a meeting, and then they were going to go up and watch the debate with all of the adults. And that's where Ariana and I first really met a bunch of the kids and became excited to be involved. And tell us about what you think about TARS, how it's you're enjoying it and all that stuff.
I think it's really fun. It's definitely cool to see other conservative kids, you could say, because sometimes you can feel really alone and um like you're the only one that's there. I know I'm homeschooled. I do a lot of events like church camp and stuff like that, but it's still kind of hard to find people that have your same values and want to do what you want to do too.
I feel even adults have that problem. So it's definitely not, specific to kids. And yeah, my children are homeschooled, and we do. My other daughter is in gymnastics. My son, he was doing basketball. He signed up for Little League coming up. My littler son, he was also in gymnastics. Ariana has previously done musical theater and stuff like that. So I have, tried to get the kids involved in different things, but it is nice to, even among people who share your similar values, which is, the other kids at church, not everyone is interested in being politically active, because not
Yeah.
everyone at church is politically active as an adult. So, it is, I'm glad for you to have other kids who are doing these kind of same things.
hmm Um, we're going to DC this summer. I'm also really excited about that. Um, what was that? What we have to sell raffle tickets. You have to sell what, at least 20 to go to
Mhm,
DC,
mhm.
but you have to sell 20 and that's the minimum. And then you have to pay $1,500 to go. But you can also sell more that will go to
Towards your
covering your
bill.
flight, yeah, and like the hotel and stuff. But yeah, I've sold quite a few and I'm really excited. I've also sold there's woke tears water bottles. I'm sad because we didn't bring either of
You
those
don't
to
have one to
show.
show. Yeah.
But um selling them is really fun. It's really, I think, a good experience to go like at the state meeting. I went like a few times just by myself trying to sell raffle tickets, and it's kind of scary sometimes because you're just going up to random people asking them like, "Hey, I'm with the TARS. Would you be interested in buying a raffle ticket?"
You
Sorry,
did get
that was a
yelled
bad
at, didn't
cough.
you?
Yeah, I did.
Tell
I
us about
think
that.
this one lady, I guess she was just like, I don't know if she was still trying to get like all her like credentialing stuff or whatever, but I just like approached her and I was like, "Hey, I'm with the Teenage Republicans. Would you want to buy a raffle ticket? They're $25 each." And then I just like told her about the prize, but she was just like, "I'm too stressed about getting in to be worrying about a raffle ticket." And I was like, "Okay." And then I just like walked away, but I was kind of scared.
What are the prizes? You haven't told us yet.
Oh, right. It's a handgun that's like engraved with Trump on it. It's super cool. I feel like that's the prize that most people would
Are
want to
interested.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Or
then it's or a his and her electric scooter.
right. So you either get the Trump handgun or two scooters,
Yeah,
right?
electric scooters.
Electric scooters. And how much are those tickets?
They're $25 each. I asked one guy and he bought 4 tickets
Yeah.
and he was like super nice.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And so they take cash and what else?
And Zelle and Venmo.
Okay. So if you guys are interested, you can email me to purchase a ticket for Ariana's fundraising attempts. My email is pc.cherylrosado@gmail.com. So it's pccherylrosado@gmail.com. And you can email me if you're interested in purchasing a raffle ticket. We can fill that out for you. We're going to be drawing a winner in June,
In
right?
June.
June.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of really exciting. I feel like we should totally like go live on just like we
Oh
are right
yeah.
now and like draw the
Mhm.
winner so that everyone can see the name and it'll be like
I'm
super.
really excited for
Mhm.
that.
And then so what have you done with TARS so far besides selling water bottles and getting yelled at?
Um, so I just um on Tuesday I went to my LD and I spoke for the TARS. And we're also gonna go back to that LD and speak in May with a few other TARS. And that was my first time that I've ever like spoken up by myself, and I got kind of nervous, but that's okay. Um, I've gone to the Levine parade and I did that and we like handed out a bunch of like different things. I think it was just like, telling people to like it may not seem like it, but they can do like a really big difference. So like get involved like with your LD or, like with your school board and stuff. And then we're also gonna go to the Levine barbecue. We're also having a Ronald Reagan party soon. Um, what else
Those
have
are
I
the
done?
same day. They're both on the 22nd. The Levine barbecue and um the Ronald Reagan
Thing.
party. Although we don't have a location for the Ronald Reagan party yet, so we haven't been able to make a flyer to send
Oh
out on
yeah.
social media. But
Hmm.
and what else did you do? Didn't you do something on Wednesday in the morning down at the
Oh,
Capitol?
we went to the Capitol for the Arizona Federative Women, and we got to hear Kimberly Yee
Mhm.
speak. She did really good. I really like her. Um, she's super nice. I got to take a picture with her actually. And she's just super cool. I like the way that she talks. Um, I just feel like she's really confident in what she does, and I really like that. And the TARS we also helped set up there.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
And another guy talked, like Steve.
Montenegro. He's the Speaker of the
Yeah.
House here in Arizona.
Uh-huh. He's really cool too. I took a picture of him and my mom.
Yeah. And then we also saw Warren Peterson, and he's in the state senate.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And let's see who else. Was there anyone else there that was like a dignitary? We saw a lot of the leaders of the different Republican women's clubs. So that was cool that we got to meet all those
Mm-hmm.
people. And I was really glad that so many of the TARs were able to attend because I know not everyone is homeschooled. So it is kind of hard for
Yeah.
them to like miss out in the middle of the week. But let's see, what else do you have? What do you have coming up? So there's the Arizona TARs, which is like the state party. And then there's
Mm-hmm.
different smaller chapters. And we belong to Southeast Valley
Southeast
TARS.
Valley.
And
Mm-hmm.
tell us about
I'm
what's coming up.
gonna so our some one of the families that's involved in my chapter, um they're three kids, and one is the chair of my chapter, the other is the secretary, and one is actually on the membership committee that I chair, and they're leaving. They're moving away. So we're gonna have like I think it was time for the new election anyways, but we're gonna have an election to see like who's gonna like,
Run
fill
for
in
chair
for
and
them.
secretary.
Yeah, since they're gonna be moving away. And I actually am gonna run for chair.
I'm
And
so excited.
yeah, I'm really excited. for
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, my mom was actually chair of her LD, and she did such a good job. And I was really inspired by her, and I really hope that, she'll just help me to hopefully be a good chair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. I also our LD meetings know, like, I don't want to say anything bad, but like our use of the Robert's Rules of Order isn't that good.
And
And I
I,
know we're just kids, but
yeah, as one of the TARS advisors, I am going to be going over some more Robert's rules with all the kids. I know that even we were in a meeting, a business meeting that Ariana and I were able to listen to, and what did they say? Remember somebody said I motion, and me and Anna both Ariana and I were both cringing. We're like, no, you say I move. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not like it's not a huge deal. That it's just to know. I'm kind of glad that that happened so that Ariana can see adults don't know Robert's rules that well, and you'll be okay. But you do the better that you know it and the more familiar that you are with it, the easier it will be to run the meetings, and things will be a bit smoother if we can. So that's what as an advisor, that's what I'm going to be working on. And then, so you did mention that you're going to DC. So tell
Mhm.
us, were you just going to DC like to go like hang with Trump, or what's the purpose of your trip?
Well, one lady is actually going to deliver a note to him asking like if we can like tour the White House. I know that the first lady is gonna open up like the White House for people to go and like see, but I don't know what the note is exactly gonna say, but I don't know if like everything aligns, then like we might be able to meet President Trump. I think that would be awesome. But also we're gonna go to the Lincoln Memorial and like a bunch of different other museums, and we're also gonna meet some of the
Members of Congress,
legis
maybe?
right. That's what I meant.
Well, it's so we're going for a TARS leadership event. So we won't be
Mhm.
the only teenagers there. There's going to be probably it's like the big national convention. I would say is for lack. I don't know if that's exactly what they call it, but that's what it is. It's like a leadership training, and the kids are going to go. I am excited because it was just yesterday or the day before when the first lady announced that she was opening up the White House to public tours again. And you do need to go through your congressman. So we're going to be hitting up all the friendly, you know what, even the unfriendly. I think I'm going to be the one to be trying to put that together for the trip. So I need to find out, when the TARS have availability, when they don't have something leadershipy going on. But I will even ask Ruben Gallego. Like, I don't care. I'm going to ask every single congressman that we have. I will ask them all if they will help us get into tour the White House. When I was a high school senior, we went to DC for our senior trip, and this was a long time ago. It was before September 11th, so security was not, I'm sure, what it would be today, and we were able to just walked by, and they're like, oh, here's the line to get into the White House. So we just got in line. We weren't vetted ahead of time or anything like that. We had our backpacks and stuff, and we walked through metal detectors, and they let us. I remember we played tag on the White House lawn. It was really fun. And then once we got sick of playing around in the yard, then we went in the house and we got to walk around and see everything. And it was a very exciting experience. I mean, that whole DC trip, DC is an amazing place with so much history, and it's very moving. But being there in the people's house was absolutely incredible. It was an experience I will never forget, and I was really sad that after September 11th, I knew that it was never going to have that accessibility that it had before. And then, of course, because of COVID, they closed everything down, and so I even when we planned this trip, I was very sad that Ariana wasn't going to be able and the other kids experience what I did. And I'm so excited that the Trumps are back to opening up the White House for the people. It's the people's house, the Capitol. These buildings are ours as we the people. And so I'm very, very excited that the kids are going to have the opportunities to get up close and see these things that have been kind of closed off for a while, or they maybe only were open for VIPs and not regular people. So I am praying. I ask if you are a praying person that you pray with me that we are able to get these kids when we get to DC into the White House to see it, because it really is an awesome experience and something that I want them to be able to say that they've done. So I'm so looking forward to our DC trip. I know that a lot of the time is going to be planned out. There's not going to be a lot of free time, but that's because they want us to see everything. And I mean, if you've ever been there, there's so many Smithsonians. There's so much stuff to see. When I went, we were able to go like to Arlington. We did the Holocaust Museum. We went to, I'm pretty sure, every one's at the Smithsonian's there on the National Mall, and we saw all the different monuments and things like that. So the thought that I'm going to be able to go with my daughter is just, it's like one of my dreams come true. That and homeschooling all four of my children are two of the biggest dreams that I had. So I'm just so excited. And I hope, Ariana, that you are even a quarter excited as I am, because and it'll be your first flight, your first time on an airplane.
I'm kind of
You're nervous?
scared.
Yeah.
My dad scared me about it.
What did he say? Because he's scared, huh?
Yeah, he said that all.
No. He
Don't
said
say
that
that.
lots. No, don't say that. He just said that it's scary.
Mhm.
What did he say? Like, because you made it seem like it was always like your tummy was gonna go up, right?
Yeah, he said that
No.
some people feel it when it goes up.
No, he's silly. That's not true. Everyone, I mean, you can sort of feel like from the plane, but I mean, and honestly, it's been a while.
How would you know? You're
I
not
haven't been on
part.
an airplane in a long time, but I flew a lot back in the day. Back in my day, I flew a lot. So, okay. So, does Tars have anything else? So, for you, next month, the Southeast Valley is having their election for chair and the recording secretary, right? Because those are the
Yeah.
two positions that are going to be vacant. And then statewide, there's going to be an election too for a new state chair, because the current state chair, Troy, who's done a really great job, he's just sort of graduating in from the teenage Republicans to the young Republicans. And so he's going to be, and he goes to ASU now. So he's going to be sort of off on that adventure, different coming of age for him. And so we're going to have we're going to need a new state chair. I don't know if all the positions are going to be up for election or not. I heard a rumor that Edie from SEV was going to be running. So that's really awesome. I'm excited for him. He's such a good, sweet kid. Anything else that you know of that TARS has coming up in the future? Any more events?
Well, the way Eric was saying, he said that I could start the Lincoln Day party.
Oh, that's right, because they're having the Ronald Reagan party, but Ariana and I misunderstood, and we thought it was going to be an Abraham Lincoln party. And so he said, "Oh, well, if you become chair, you can start a Abraham Lincoln party." And I totally think we should do that. Ariana can knit like giant pennies for everybody. You can give them out as party favors. What do you think?
It's crochet.
Crochet. I'm sorry, crochet. That's what I meant. Okay. And if we are lucky, Ariana will be crocheting little trumps to sell also to fundraise, because her and I are very motivated. I mean, she's already sold like 35 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to sell some more. I heard a rumor you're not the top ticket salesman.
I know.
So do you know how many the top guy sold?
No, I don't want to know.
Okay, well, we gotta get the lead out there. We gotta go hit up everybody that we know to try and get some tickets sold.
Well,
And
talk about your tickets.
oh, that's true. I forgot. Next on the 22nd, besides it being Levine Barbecue and the TARS Ronald Reagan party, it's also the Dominican Gala that Bella puts on every year. I want to say it's like the 13th annual. And I am selling raffle tickets for that. So the raffle tickets are $25. each, and you can win a $500 gift card from Southwest Airlines. So it's an e-gift card, so you will get like the code, and you can just like pop it into the website, and then you can be jet set. That's very exciting, and that also, because it's the e-gift card where we just give you the code, that means that you do not have to be in Arizona to win. The tickets, we're selling them starting today, and we're going to draw a winner at the gala on the 22nd, but you don't have to be present to win. So if you don't buy a ticket to the gala, you're not going to be missing out or anything. You'll still be able to buy a ticket for the raffle. If you have questions, there's the gala tickets. We're going to put a link to it in the comments if you are interested in that. If you would like to purchase a raffle ticket, you can email me. I will get you set up with how to purchase that right away. Like I said, they're $25 for the ticket, and you will win a $500 gift card to Southwest Airlines. So that's super awesome, and definitely something that anyone could use. So you don't have to be here in Arizona to enter. You don't have to be present or anything to win. Just email me. We will get those tickets sold. I thank you for reminding me, Ariana. I'm very excited. I have never been to this gala before, and I think I'm going to be running the silent auction table there. So I will be there in person if you do attend. I'm excited because I've never been, and I'm going to get to dress up all fancy, but that means that I'm not going to the Ronald Reagan party. So take pictures for me, Ariana, and I will take pictures for you at my gala.
Okay.
How's that deal?
Okay. I want to see what it looks like there. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too, because I thought when they asked me to help with it, I thought they were asking me to set up tables and chairs. And they're like, oh no, it's going to be all set up already. You're just going to, be directing people and bossing people around. And I was like, oh my goodness, bossing people around is my specialty. That's why I had 4 kids. So I'm very excited. Okay. Well, thank you, Ariana, for joining us. I hope that you will give us an update, maybe a little close, probably before your trip, and then also again after it. Okay. So we will definitely have you back on the show. I love, again, like I said, my favorite guest ever, Ariana Rosado from Southeast Valley Tars. And thank you everyone for joining us today. We actually didn't have chips and salsa today because we're just virtual, but we will join you next time in studio. We'll have some chips and salsa. We'll talk some politics. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you then.